Alright, hey guys, so in today's build guide video, came up with this fun idea for a Karlach themed build that is specific to her, that uses the soul coins and the Way of Four Elements monk to do an insane amount, just a ridiculous amount of fire damage. And the reason I say it is a Karlach exclusive build is because of the soul coin. So this kind of only works for her, but you can use it with other characters. It just wouldn't be as good. Just to put that out there. But yeah, this is more of a for fun build. This is not like an honor mode guide thing. This isn't super serious. This is definitely for fun, but it's definitely still a good build. I wouldn't. It's not bad at all. You could definitely get through the game with it, but it's definitely a for fun video for a themed build around Karlach. So yeah, if you like that, please like and subscribe. And yeah, let's get into the leveling process. All right, now to start off here, in terms of our stat spread, this build does the way that I'm laying out the stat spread assumes you are using Hill Giant strength elixirs or another method of increasing your strength score arbitrarily. So it's either with like the club of Hill Giant strength or Hill Giant gauntlets or the elixirs or I guess the potion from Mirage too. There are many ways to increase your strength, but that's why here we're going to leave this at 8. But you could rearrange your stats to where you have strength because we are using Tavern Brawler. So the way I have this laid out, you only really need 3 stats if you're using strength elixirs. So we're going to put our dex at 16, our wisdom at 17, and our con at 15, and we will take it from here. And you'll see too that you'll notice that I have both con and wisdom at odd numbers. You'll see that gets fixed later on with gear and feats. So yeah, from here we'll just continue with monk. There's not really much to click a level 2. And once we hit level 3, we're gonna pick our subclass. We are gonna go with the 4 elements monk. For spells, there's really only 3 options here. Fangs of the Fire Snake is required. I would not do this build without it. It kind of defeats the point if you don't have this. So this is the only required one, and quite frankly, it's probably the only good one here. Fist of Unbroken Air is okay, and it's cool. You don't really get to use it. And then Water Whip is another unique one. It's kind of good. It's better in the early game, but yeah, we're mainly here for Fangs of the Fire Snake. So yeah, we'll go from there. At level 4, we'll be getting our first feat. And we will be picking Tavern Brawler. Pretty standard stuff here. We'll increase that con score to 16. At level 5, we'll just kind of just going to hit accept here. If you want to, you can replace something. Maybe if you want thematically, you want Burning Hands, but it's really weak even at level 5. But yeah, we're just going to kind of hit accept. Not really much to pick here. Level 6, we will be getting more spells and class features, more key, improved unarmored movement. And from here, you could pick Scorching Ray. Embrace of the Inferno it's called, but it's Scorching Ray. But you can see it's each ray deals 2 to 12 damage. So I think that's still the same as like a level 2 Scorching Ray. It doesn't really get boosted that much. I don't really think, like, in terms of viability, I would not take this. But if you just want more fire damage for the thematic build, you can pick Scorching Ray, Embrace of the Inferno, I mean, which is what I'm going to be doing here. But in terms of what's actually better, I'd go with Clench of the North Wind, aka Hold Person. But we're going to pick Scorching Ray, and we'll continue leveling. At level 7, we'll just get more monk features. If you want to replace a spell, you can, but I'm not going to be doing that. Once we hit monk level 8, we get a second feat, and this one is pretty important, and I think it's very cool. And I didn't realize you could use this. Like, this could be applied in this way. And we're actually going to pick Elemental Adept. And we're going to choose Elemental Adept Fire. Now, originally, I thought this was only for spells. But it says that your spells and attacks ignore resistance to a damage of type of your choice. And you can't roll a 1 when you cast a spell. Now, I'm unsure if the spell aspect of this works, like this last part where you can't roll a 1, if this works with 4 elements spells. However, I know that the ignoring damage or ignoring resistance works. I've tested that, which is the main reason we're here. This is the main reason we're picking this feat, is that we want the elemental adept fire so that we could ignore fire resistance, because there's a ton of fire resistance in this game, where like if we didn't take a feat like this, especially around this time, you wouldn't really get that much value off of your fire. Especially, like, I feel like once you're level 8, you're kind of in the Shadow Cursed lands, about to leave. Once you hit Act 3, there's a lot of fire resistance, and even Act 2 there's some, but mainly Act 3. So I'd say picking this is definitely important. I would not skip out on this. I definitely take it after Tavern Brawler. I think Tavern Brawler is more important to any monk, but getting Elemental Adept at this point is very important. And now we'll hit monk level 9. Just getting more class features. We get to pick another spell. As you can see, the 4 elements monk is struggling here. Because you're getting these very weak spells at level 9. It's very unfortunate. But you do get empowered elemental casting. So this is going to buff up your Clench of North Wind and Embrace the Inferno. Oh, that's a weird bug. Okay. So yeah, I definitely, like, at this point, if you Burning Hands would be more thematic, I definitely just take Clench of the North Wind at this point. Like, Way of 4 Elements Monk is a little sad, but, you know, we'll make do. We're not really here for the spells. We're here for the fire damage. We're going to hit level 10 now. We'll get more class features, more key points. Improved armor movement and purity of body. We're just immune to poison damage. And at this point, again, you have the option to replace spells. I'm not going to go for it. And once you hit level 11, you can get Flames of the Phoenix. Definitely not Fireball, but this is Fireball. I'm going to pick it because it's cool. However, I will mention that this is just level 3 Fireball. Like, you can't upcast this, so it's going to be a little underwhelming. However, these spells trigger unarmed strikes, so you can fire, like, Flames of the Phoenix and then Flurry of Blows if you feel like it. So I'm going to pick it up because it's thematic, and it's also like, who doesn't want Fireball? And yeah, so that's that. Unfortunately, here you can't replace spells with these higher level spells, because I would definitely take Flight earlier, but you're not allowed to. So we're gonna have to wait until level 12 for that. And here's our last level in Monk. We get to replace a spell. At this point, Water Whip is probably not particularly worth it. So, and we'll just be getting Ride the Wind, because who doesn't want to see Karlach fly? I mean, isn't that just awesome? And in terms of our feat, we're just going to go Ability Improvement, take our Wisdom to 19. And that is the leveling of this build. So what you'll get here is a Way of 4 Elements Monk that purely focuses on fire damage. As you can see here, all of this fire ignores resistance. Even on this, 86 fire ignores resistance. All of your fire is ignoring resistance. Even on, like, let's just see here, like, Flurry of Blows, like, it's all ignoring fire resistance. So now we can get into the gear section, where I will hopefully we'll equip some gear that will optimize this more and add on some more fire damage. I think it's really cool. So yeah, I'll see you in the gear section. All right, now in terms of gear, what I have on for the gear, you'll see that you might have noticed before a little bit that the unarmed strikes are getting more fire. That's because of the gloves of Cinder and Sizzle. Now, to be fully transparent, there are way better gloves than this. There are so many better pairs of gloves, especially for monks. There are the legendary gloves you get from Saving Hope. I believe they're called like soul catching gloves or whatever. Like, there's better options than this, but this is thematic. Like, and who doesn't want more fire damage? Who doesn't love setting things on fire? You know. So I went with these, but there are other options. You can see here I have the Gauntlet of the Tyrant. This is what you get from defeating Gortash. You could loot it off his corpse. I just thought these might be an interesting option because you get one d4 force to your attacks, and you get the +1 to spell save DC. And I figured we might want to stack that a bit because we are Warrior 4 Elements Monk. We do have this hold person, so we might as well. But I'm going to be using these because it's thematic. Another thing I will point out here is that you can see our wisdom is at 20. This is due to the Khalid's Gift necklace that I put on. That's the reason why the wisdom score was set to 17. Is with the assumption that this is our amulet of choice. So as you can see here, we have 20 wisdom, 16 con, 16 dex, and yeah. So as for the rest of the gear, I was going to put this on, but we don't have light armor proficiency, so I just went with the Hat of Uninhibited Kashigo, which states after dealing damage with an unarmed attack, the wearer gains a +1 bonus to their spell save DC until the end of the turn. So you could Flurry of Blows on a bonus action, and then cast a Hold Person for more spell save DC. Now, the reason why you would go with this over the Helmet of Arcane Acuity is that the Helmet of Arcane Acuity does not proc off of unarmed strikes. It only goes off weapon attacks. Now, this is definitely worse than that. So, if you have other helmet options, there's a lot of helmet options that'll work with this build. So, if you want to point those out in the comments, I'll definitely pin those or like them or bring them up in some aspect. Now that I'm saying this out loud, though, a way, way, way better helmet option I just remembered existed is the the Hat of Fire Acuity that you can get from defeating the Strange Ox in Act 2. That would be way better. Actually, I'll see if I can find it. I will just show that on screen. If I can't find it here, I'll put it on screen in post. But that would be so much better. I can't believe I forgot that. And you know what? And just, I guess here too, we could point out some other options that might do well. I really have nothing. Okay, we'll go into the modded chest then. Hopefully I can find it in this mess. Yeah, the helmet, the Hat of Fire Acuity would definitely be better here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, here it is. Hat of Fire Acuity. I'm actually just gonna put that on now. I can't believe I didn't think of that. That's a little bit embarrassing, but yeah. This will proc off of anything. It's just deal damage with fire. Every single attack in this build, especially if you keep these gloves on, will deal fire damage. So you will get Arcane Acuity, and then you will have your spell attack rolls and your spell save DC will go up. As you could see, oh, it doesn't show. Oh, that's so bizarre. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Okay, we can't see the spell save DC for some reason, but it'll get up there. Trust me. It's weird. You could see it in the leveling screen, but you can't see it here. There's probably something I'm missing. That's so bizarre. Okay. yeah, so had a fire acuity, I would definitely go with. It also just kind of looks goofy on Karlach, and I think that's funny. It's going through her horns. Um, so yeah, on to the cloak. It's a simple cloak of protection, just +1 AC. As you can see, our AC is 22. We got it stacks pretty high because we are at 20 wisdom, and yeah. So we'll have the 20 from wisdom, giving us +5. The cloak of protection is giving us +1. The vest is giving us +2, and the ring of protection is giving us +1. That which segues into the vest of soul rejuvenation. This is just the best vest and for monks in general. I wouldn't really deviate from this besides in earlier acts, obviously before you get it. There's other clothing options, there's other monk clothing options, but this is definitely what I would end off with in terms of uh, clothing. And the same thing I will say for the boots. This is the Boots of Uninhibited Kashigo. The wearer deals additional damage equal to their wisdom modifier with unarmed strikes. Now, another unique part about this build that most other monks don't have is the 20 wisdom. So we're going to get more, I think we're going to get +5 off of this now. We're going to get more damage from our wisdom modifier. So that'll do quite nicely for us in this build. Um, in terms of the, I already went over the necklace, but in terms of the rings, it's pretty simple. Crusher's ring, +10 movement. We're a monk. We like moving places. This is good. And then the ring of protection, just +1 AC, very good as well. So yeah, the gear is pretty simple. There's other options if you want to consider those. Um, oh, I forgot to go over the crossbow. The crossbow, we're not proficient in it. It doesn't really matter. I just did it for the extra scorching ray shot because I thought it would be fitting, and it's on fire. And we'll mainly just be using our arm strikes, so the bows don't really matter. And I would not equip a weapon unless the weapon is I guess the hill giant club. I would probably go for. I know there's actually a glitch. I don't know how to do it, but I saw at some point there was a glitch to where you can. I don't know if it's a glitch or a feature. It looked like a glitch to me, but it was like to where you could have your melee main hand be an unarmed attack, while having your offhand be the Club of Hill Giant Strength, or any offhand. If you can do that, I'd probably go for that, but I don't know how to do that, and I personally would rather just use potions. But if you want to go for that, that would be very good as well, because you can just set it and leave it. However, you can get more strength from potions, as I will show off here. We'll use a Cloud Giant. And as you can see now, the unarmed strikes are now doing significantly more damage. Flurry of Blows is doing a nice amount. And you'll see after the fire damage, it'll get even higher. And now, just pay attention to this Flurry of Blows real quick. So you'll see there's the 2 bludgeoning and the 2 fire. We're going to use the soul coin. Exclusive to Karlach, I have 4 here. I've never been in short supply of these, but what's cool about soul coins is that they last until long rest. So they're kind of like a similar resource to if you're popping potions. Yeah, we'll just consume this here. And as you can see, Karlach is now on fire. And if you hover over Flurry of Blows, not only are we getting an extra D4, which is, I believe it says in the tooltip, you're supposed to get an additional 1d4. Her weapon and unarmed attacks deal an additional 1d4 damage when she is raging or when her hit points drop below 25%. But I believe this is bugged. As you could see, there's 2 instances of the 1d4 fire. And we are at full health. So I mean, if this gets patched out, I guess correct me in the comments. But as of this patch, I'm recording this on February 5th. As of now, this is how it works. As you can see, Flurry of Blows is 50 to 82, without Fangs the Fire Snake, by the way. It's not even active yet. So yeah, this is getting that's pretty ridiculous so far. So yeah, let's just Oh yeah, and the Khalid's gift, you could just activate aid. So don't forget about that, I guess. And yeah, I believe that's it for the gear. Let's and now I'm gonna show off some gameplay versus some Steel Watchers, just to show how cool this build is. But yeah, let's segue into that real quick. All right, now as you could see, there our victims are in the distance. We're gonna go defeat these Steel Watchers. But before we do that, let's cast Ride the Wind, because we cannot use Hold Person on these guys, so we might as well have that. So and now we can use our Harmony of Fire and Water to get those key points back. Now we can just fly. So let's start this encounter with these Steel Watchers. Now, I have tested this before, and I'm going to... You know what? Yeah. Oh, that's not how I wanted that to go. I guess we're in a restricted area. Okay, yeah, so you can see the Arcane Acuity is already active. We're going to immediately get our concentration broken on Ride the Wind. That is unfortunate, cannot even describe what has just happened. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's just whatever. So as you can see, we have our... Oh, let it go. Where are they? Where's our Arcane Acuity? We had it. Arcane Acuity we have probably. I can't tell because the 4 elements tooltip kind of sucks. But yeah, now on our turn here, let's Fangs the Fire Snake. Let's go for this one. As you can see, it's 26, 10, and 2 fire. And yeah, there our Arcane Acuity is back. Okay, there it is. So this is an unresisted. Yeah, as you can see, the Infernal Fury is getting added twice. So now the reveal of how much fire damage our Flurry of Blows is doing. That's a lot of fire damage. It's just a lot of damage in general. So let's go up to the Steel Watcher and use our Flurry of Blows. Oh, a critical miss. Oh, that's unfortunate. That still did a decent amount. We missed one of our blows, though. Now, to just prevent death, probably, because we are a little squishy. Let's see if we could stun him with Stunning Strike. He's going to save. Okay, let's just hope... Karlach's not going to die, right? We could deflect his missiles. Ooh. Okay, this is probably going to hit the wall, but I think it'd be really funny if this hit the wall, actually. Ooh! Okay, we actually hit. Okay. I don't know if they patched that out, but sometimes if you deflect missiles in an awkward spot, you might just, like, hit a wall. It's kind of funny, though. Alright. Karlach's a little low. But... We are fighting two Steel Watchers by ourselves. Let's see if we can just go for Stunning Strikes. Maybe stun this one. Perfect. Alright. And now... This one's close to dying. I'm going to try to kill it. This might be a little ambitious. That's going to do a decent amount. And this Flurry of Blows, even on a low roll, should set it in explosion range. Huge. Alright, and now we can just run away. Because this one's stunned. The other one's going to explode. And now we get another turn. I think we can kill this one as well. That was a really low roll. Oh no, that was still 29. Alright, now we're gonna use our Flurry of Blows again. I don't even think we need our extra attack. Yep, he's already exploding. Alright, let's just get out of the blast radius. And now... 2 Steel Watchers defeated. We got a little bit unlucky, too. We have 9 stacks of Arcane Acuity. Let me just... Yeah, okay, I'll put it in turn-based for now. But yeah, that's just kind of how this build operates. Um, you could see it's just a shit ton of damage, and now we have Arcane Acuity too. So, are any of these people? No, these are fake people. I like to call those fake people. All right, I just wanted to. I was hoping to see how if this worked with Arcane Acuity, as like I think it does, but like worked in the sense of like getting a really high amount because you can't see the tooltip from here with um like your spell save DC. It's a little weird. But yeah, that's the build. Oh yeah, don't forget to set these reactions, set them all to ask. These ones go automatically, but yeah, I believe that's all I have to share with this. So that this is the fire. I don't even know what to call it. There's the flame punching Karlach, just r- rage Karlach. I wanted to include a level of barbarian in this build, but rage doesn't boost your unarmed damage, unfortunately. So I just figured going to 12 with monk would be better, especially because you get all of those key points. That was mainly the motivation for that. Um, and also, I forgot to talk about it in the gear section, but it would be important to get the key restoration amulet in Act 1 for, I believe it's 2 key points just per long rest. You could just equip that and then use the ability and then unequip it. But with that and Harmony of Fire and Water, you can have a lot of key points per day. And I think key points are very vital to this build. As you can see, we only have 4 left. So, yeah, you really want to be using this Fangs of the Fire Snake. It's just more fire damage. Who doesn't love setting things on fire? Um, so yeah, that's the build. So if you like the build, let me know. Comment, see what you want to build. Want me to build next. I'd be down to do more fun companion themed builds like this one. But if you want more serious builds, I could do that as well. I was thinking about maybe doing like an Astarian Vampire Lord build, or something like that. I don't know. Still need to figure it out. But yeah, if you like the video, just leave a like and subscribe and comment and do all the algorithm stuff. All right, I will be ending the video. Bye bye.